The Library Under the Lake by Albert M. Arnold. Chapter 1. The Light Beneath the Lake. Winter came early to Bellmere that year. Snow buried fences overnight. Icicles hung from rooftops like rows of crooked teeth. And every morning the frozen lake groaned loud enough for the whole town to hear. Adults warned children never to skate too close to the middle. The center ice is dangerous, they always said. But 12-year-old Clara Vale had heard the warning so many times that it no longer frightened her. If anything, it made her curious, especially after she saw the light. It appeared just after sunset. Clara stood near the frozen shoreline, unlacing her skates while snow drifted across the lake in silver ribbons. Behind her, lanterns glowed warmly through the windows of Bellmere's small houses. Out on the ice, everything felt quiet and endless. Then something flashed beneath her feet. A pale blue glow shimmered under the ice. Clara stopped moving. The light faded. For one long moment, she wondered if she had imagined it. Then it flickered again, far below the frozen lake, waiting. Clara! Her older brother Rowan waved from the snowy hill near town. Hurry up! Mom said dinner's ready. Clara glanced back toward the glow. Gone. When she finally caught up to Rowan, she tried to sound casual. Has anyone ever fallen through the middle of the lake? Rowan shoved his hand into his coat pockets. Not for years. But somebody did once. Probably. He frowned slightly. Why? No reason. But all through dinner, Claire kept thinking about the blue light beneath the ice. That night, winter wind rattled the windows of the Vale house hard enough to wake her twice. Clara lay awake listening to the storm. Her father used to tell stories during nights like this, stories about Bellmere before the long winters, stories about the old village beneath the lake, stories about travelers who vanished during snowstorms. But her father had been gone for 3 years now, working far north in logging camps after the mill shut down. The stories had stopped with him. Claire missed them more than she liked admitting. The next morning, school was cancelled after another heavy snowfall. Children cheered, parents groaned. Clara pulled on her boots before her mother could stop her. You're going to the lake again, aren't you? Her mother asked from the kitchen. Maybe. Stay close to shore. I will. That was only a tiny lie. The farther Clara walked onto the lake, the stranger the ice became. Near town, it looked cloudy and white. Toward the center, it turned dark and glassy, clear enough to see below. Claire knelt carefully, her breath caught. Under the frozen lake stood shelves, hundreds of them, maybe thousands. Books rested beneath the ice in endless rows, stretching into darkness. And at the center of them stood a stone building, glowing faint blue from within. A library? Under the lake? Then something moved below. A shadow? Tall, thin, watching her. Crack! The ice split nearby. Claire stumbled backward as thin fractures spread across the frozen surface like spiderwebs. Her heart hammered. She scrambled toward shore without looking back once. Only when she reached land did she finally stop running. And even then she stood still. She could still feel eyes watching from beneath the lake.